Oh boy. Let's do it. Cut the middleman. Solve the murder in the graveyard. A dead body? The body is dismembered. These cuts are precise, surgical. There's not much blood, but plenty of sand in the wounds. A fishhook was left attached to the flesh, and the skin is covered in puncture wounds. Oh, Christ, man. That's nasty. A satchel. A small satchel that contains bait, hooks, and fishing line. It also contains a ripped proof of release document stamped by officials at La Salpetriere, the asylum next door. The name of who was released is illegible. Seaweed, the same algae that grows by the river Seine, is also covered in sand. We have footprints. A heavy set of footprints. Oh, we're gonna have these two assholes.
Right there.
Bye-bye. Oh, the clues are down here. Free run down, dude. Thank you. Ah, fuck. I should have countered. Sometimes you can beat them to the punch. Other times you can't. Oh, there's only one clue.
Those papers are for a patient that we just released. He always blabbered on about being a fisherman, so your best bet is to check the river. We also had a patient escape a few weeks ago. You can check their cells inside, just down the steps.
Alright, let's see if we can find anything. Maybe they were related. The asylum. Disgusting. Hidden under the bed is a dead rat impaled multiple times by a fishing hook. A book, a guide to fish species. Well, I think we found his cell. Filled with circle drawings and descriptions of various types of fish, well worn, and looks to have been read 1,000 times. Oh wow, that would look the bed. Mattress has many small puncture holes in it.
What happened? I had a paper cut, but my whole arm got infected because it's so filthy in here. Some surgeon thought he had the right to hack it clean off. The pain almost killed me.
Alright, so we have a surgeon that hacked his arm clean off. Oh, something. Pages from a torn-up medical journal belonging to a surgeon named Dr. Leonard Ernie is filled with drawings of the human anatomy and surgical procedures. Also has a large list of patients and their addresses. All but one has been crossed off. A patient named Charlotte Doiron, who lives at a certain address, 9 Rue de la Mouette. There is also a return address for the surgeon at 8 Rue Polivieux. Both addresses will be worth a visit. Alright, that's it for the asylum. Alright, so let's go check out some of these other locations, I guess. One right here. I have to actually get into the office first, I think. That might be helpful.
What can I say? My boss is a good barber, but a horrible surgeon. I was using his clients to make a little money on the side. Cut out the middleman.
Cut the middleman. You heard it from him.
Of course that's my journal. Proof my assistant is taking jobs behind my back. He's always late and off doing God knows what. I don't care how good he is with a blade. I can't trust a man who's stealing clients. Best to let him go.
Alright, so he's about to get laid off. I don't know what I found there. I don't know if it's of any help or of any use to me. So I've been to these 3 areas. Now I guess I gotta go down by the river, but I'm gonna go over here. I don't even know what's happened yet. I need to get more clues before I can even begin to piece this together myself.
Please, help. My wife is missing. She'd just come home from the butcher, but when I went into the bedroom upstairs, she was gone and there's blood everywhere. I think it's hers. Please, help me.
Alright, his wife is missing. Oh, this is Charlotte's house. Charlotte Doiron, or whatever her name is. Well, she's dead. I can guarantee that to you. So it seems like we have this crazy surgeon on the loose. Raw meat. Uncooked meat from a butcher shop. Looks like it hasn't been out very long. The shop must be nearby. Signs of struggle. His wife put up quite a fight. Her attacker looks to have had a lot of trouble with her as the house is a mess. Whoops, I didn't read it. A trail of blood. There is blood all over the house. It is unlikely that his wife is alive. It looks like the body was dragged and then bagged up to carry. This is very grim. This is some Dead Space shit. Whoa!
Murders? Well, some crazy man came by here rambling about a corpse. That's all I know. How about some fresh pork? My assistant can give you a perfect cut. He's a little slow in the head. Came in here a few weeks ago begging for work, but I tell you, the boy has a gift. A gift that finally leaves me some time to get some fishing in.
Okay. Well, I guess you can obviously begin to see that now. Okay, we have this guy who's also a fisherman. We have this guy who came in a few weeks ago. Maybe he got discharged, you know, from the asylum.
I just want to work. I won't bother no one. What do you want? I must work.
Yeah, he's obviously not right in the head. Could be him, too. Butcher's knives. They look to be part of a set, though a large cleaver is missing. Well, if we find the cleaver, I think we know where to come back to. Alright, now we need to go down by the river. These are the last 2 areas. The dock and the shack. Let's go to the shack first. Actually, the dock is closer.
I was fishing a few days ago and I found a body floating in the river. Cut up arms and legs too. It must have floated here from upstream. didn't know what to do with it, so I took it to the cemetery. I'm sorry.
Well, I think we found the person who returned or put the body. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, God. It's an arm. A severed arm looks to be female. There are fresh scratches on the wrist. Well, we found what happened to, or whatever's left of Charlotte Dorian. Go away.
Where are you going? I want to play too. I've got a great game where I rip your bloody head off.
Here we go. Leather straps. These look like the kind of leather straps worn to control a prisoner or patient. They are caked in dried blood. Oh, no. I didn't realize what this was before. A pile of corpses. These corpses look like they have been sitting here for at least a week. They were hacked to pieces and now are impossible to identify. The pages belong to a surgeon's journal. They show diagrams of the human anatomy. Several names of the patients are crossed out. Could be potential murder victims. Oh, here we go. Is this it? Here we go. It's a cleaver, a very large, and very sharp cleaver. Could be part of a set. Well, now we have definitive proof. So we have part of the cleaver set here. I think it's not that hard. So I think most of the fishing stuff is bait. It's not, which is pretty funny. It's bait. It's not very obvious. So it's got to be either the butcher or the butcher's assistant, because we have part of the knife set right here, and they have the remaining set over there. Now, obviously someone lives here too. But what I'm going to go out on a limb and say is that it's probably the butcher's assistant, because before, whatever they said at the asylum, where is it? Whatever they said at the asylum, what was the guy's name at the gate? He said that someone had escaped a few weeks ago. Yeah, the asylum director said that the asylum had a patient escape just a few weeks ago. Now, I think that the whole fisherman thing is not related. I don't think it's related at all. I think it's I don't think it's the fisherman. Now, what I'm going to say, because now that I read it, he says he claims he did not murder anyone, but something is clearly twisted in his mind. I think that this is the guy from the asylum. So we have two asylum patients, and basically my job is to figure out which one is the one that murdered Charlotte Byron, and hacked her up and all that other stuff, and all these other people as well. Now, for the butcher's assistant, it's fairly obvious. The cleaver is literally right there, the part of the set. So I don't think it's the butcher. It has to be his assistant. His boots were caked in sand, which means he's been down by the river. Down by the river, there's the dead body. You know, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I think it's him. Leather straps, showing that he probably escaped from the asylum, as they said earlier, someone escaped. And here you have it, the leather straps, caked in dried blood. Pile of corpses from for at least a week. When did he escape? A couple of weeks ago. So he's been killing a couple of different people, maybe. His wife had just gone to the butcher, so maybe he followed her home. Body was dragged and bagged up, probably then put on the cart, maybe. I think he met someone who wanted to be a surgeon. I think he met someone who wanted to be a surgeon, and he wanted to emulate that. And given that he was a butcher, he kind of did that. So I think it's him. As for the other guy, who the fisherman, all I have is that he found the body and that he was in the asylum. A surgeon visited the asylum recently to amputate. The body in the cemetery also looked to have very clean cuts. But the butcher could also probably do that. What was the surgeon? Surgeon in the asylum looks like his assistant left after sneaking off to conduct off-the-books amputation. Yeah, see? So the assistant went to go do that. So he probably saw the assistant work on that, and I don't know, maybe there's something wrong in his, well, there's obviously something very wrong with him. But for the fisherman, I don't really have much, because I also have evidence to link the butcher's assistant down here. So he could have also had the seaweed, but I think the fisherman left the seaweed. And I think that the surgeon's assistant left the satchel. I don't know who left the footprints, though. Probably the fisherman as he was carrying, well, whatever's left of the body. So I'm going to accuse him, because it just seems there's too much evidence to him. The fisherman seems too coincidental. So I'm going to do him. I need to figure out where he is, though. So he's a mental patient gone murderer. I guarantee you he saw the surgeon do those cuts, and he was like, oh, I want to be like that too, or something. I have no clue, though. I don't know why someone would, would murder someone else like that in cold blood, but I'm going to accuse him.
I just want to work. I won't bother no one. What do you want? Let me cut meat. There was so much to cut, so little time.
Please be right. I don't know, he's crazy, so he's not going to confess, I don't think. Oh, I saw a notice on my other computer. I'm like, what? His Microsoft Office. I'm like, oh God, did the recording freeze?
So much meat left to cut. Can't
I
stop.
think this is it.
Never stop.
Horrible.
Yep.
That's the last time I fish in those waters. Have a look and see which weapon suits you.
Cool. I did it. Alright, that one wasn't too hard. I don't think the murder mysteries are that hard so far. We haven't really found one. That was a 5-star, I believe.
Something bad happened by the Cour des Miracles. You might want to take a look.
Cour des Miracles.
Body's been found in the catacombs. Careful. It's easy to get lost down there. I'll give you a map to find your way, but no such thing exists.
So we have one in the catacombs. In what district? I have no clue. I already know where the one is for this district. Where's the other one for this one? Another one in this district as well. What was the one up there? I don't even remember. So the one that by the Cour des Miracles is right around here. See? It's got to be in this area somewhere. Two over there. And one more in this area. Ah, this is the building that has him. Okay.
Body's been found in the catacombs. Careful. It's easy to get lost down there. I'll give you a map to find your way, but no such thing exists. Body's been found in the catacombs.
Alright. Next is the catacombs, if I ever find that. The only thing I have that really kind of helps me out is just the fact that I know what areas do and don't have. Let me just fast travel. What areas do and don't have mysteries in them. Alright, so I guess now we can like kind of spit around the different areas trying to find them. I'm surprised we didn't incriminate Bugs Bunny in The Barber of Seville. That was actually one of my favorite episodes of Looney Tunes back when I was a kid. Of Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny. That was a good one. Wonder if they even show those cartoons anymore. Those are so old. Even when I was a kid, those were like decades old. I don't even know if they show them anymore. They're going to need 2 boomerangs, really. They're going to need one for pre-90s and 90s, probably, you know. There's a lot of cartoons that come out. All those old cartoons. Alright, where to... Let's go here. I want to see if I can find this. It's by the Cour des Mirats. Plus I can clean up this district as well.